Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Plan B's live sharing. I'm Jessie Leong, the host for today's session. This morning, we will be sharing about how to manage your labor crunch during COVID-19. We all know that the workforce is the heart and soul of every organization. However, with tighter labor laws and travel restriction due to the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak, labor shortage is unavoidable. There are many requests coming in asking Plan B how to manage manpower shortage. So we are very happy to be able to invite Mr. K. Chong and Mr. Gilbert Tan today. And they will be sharing insights of the current foreign labor situation and how a confinement agency is coping with manpower shortage. So let me share a little bit about K. K is the co-founder and director of the Immigration People, specialized in handling Singapore Work Pass application, PR and citizenship application. She has established herself as a key advisor to her clients by understanding unique profiles and circumstances before providing them with customized solutions. And about Mr. Gilbert, Gilbert is a spokesperson for Confinement Angels, the nanny services in Singapore. He previously built his own confinement agency in 2005 and sold it in 2011. He went on to become a business consultant, helping local brands to build their businesses. With his past nanny services business experience, he helped Confinement Angels in local establishments, including strategic collaboration with private and public hospitals. And with that, I would like to warmly welcome Ms. K and Mr. Gilbert.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kay.
Hello. Hello, Kay. Hello, Gilbert. Thank you for joining us for today's session.
Yeah, thanks for inviting.
Our pleasure, yeah.
Yes. I know it's also quite a last-minute invitation, so thank you very much. So perhaps, MCO for Malaysia is already like 65 days, then for Singapore it's already about 45 days. So what have you both been doing for the past days, for the past months during this period?
Yeah, for the past, we are in 45 days, right? Like just so you reminded me, time flies.
Yes,
so we are 45 days of circuit breaker. So far, I'm still working, of course, because for my company, we are still remain fully operational. I'm still working, and I managed to find time to learn. I take up some classes as well to actually upgrade myself. I find it's very fruitful.
Yes, that's right. I think this is the best time to go online for learning because all these courses used to cost so much, like thousands of dollars. That you can just get it for $7 or $1 or $2. Now it's the best deal for classes.
Yeah, and now we can find more time to actually do this kind of activities also.
Totally agree. How about Gilbert yourself?
Yeah, for Confinement Angels side, good thing that we are still running. Okay, because we are not an open concept in the sense that we meet a lot of people. Okay, but it's directly to the home. Okay, confinement nanny is sent to customer home, to the parents' home. Okay, so we are not we are not disrupted. Okay, so the operation is still moving. But for the office wise, yes, we can't meet. We can't meet. Okay, so most of the time we Zoom meeting. Then more time for family. More time for family. More time at home. Okay, more time to look at our children playing handphone.
Yes. This is really a good time for families, and then it's a great bonding time. I know, but I also heard a lot of people wanting to go back to work.
Yeah, for myself, of course, I will still prefer working in the office because more conducive. Almost every single meeting, you can find my son barge in and dancing behind the screen. So it's very distracting.
Will we see him dancing behind the screen later?
Oh, I locked my door today.
How old is your son?
3 years old.
Oh, okay. No wonder.
Yeah, that's why it's very sticky to the mommy stage.
Sticky time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have two there. I have two right in front of me playing games right now. So I asked them to off all the audios, everything off. We have Jack with us this morning. Hi, Jack. Kay is your friend.
Yes, hi
She's here to
Jack.
support you. Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's go right into the topic, all right? Perhaps, Kay, from your area of expertise, could you share with us about the current foreign labor situation in Singapore?
Okay, so actually, right, for our population, we understand that there are about 1.5 to 1.6 million of, foreign workers. Of course, consists of employment pass, S pass, the white collar, blue collar, and to our work pass, okay, work permit, right? Example, in construction, foreign domestic worker industry. So what is the interesting thing that I've observed is for this impact of COVID-19, right, it's very industry basis. So really depending on what industry. So for every industry, the impact is very different. Some industry, like example, quite neutral, but for some industry like travel, tourism, all this, or very labor intensive industry, like what I mentioned to you, construction or even confinement nanny is taking a big impact. Yeah, it's really affecting them a lot. So this is an interesting thing that we have seen. Yeah, that's right. So I think that it would be great to take a step back to actually, see the timeline on the entire COVID-19, so we can roughly understand what happening at when, and then what are the new restrictions. So the first case actually in Singapore is January 21st, the first case, right? So previously, right, it's China problem, but right now it's Singapore problem also. So starting from 1st February, the travel restriction, for all the people from mainland China are unable to travel in. That is whereby, work pass, all these are no new work pass application from PRC. So this is when a lot of industry starting, to feel the pinch, right? Then, slowly it grows to maybe travelers from South Korea, also North Italy, also not allowed to transit. Then on March 23rd, all short-term visitors are barred from entering. Okay, then the travel industry take a punch already, right?
Yes.
And I think about, because I was previously working with Singapore Airlines. So I still know a lot
Singapore
about
girl.
SQ. Previously, for the past 5 years. So I know that 96% of the flights were cancelled. So it's really very bad, right? Then on the March 29th, okay, this affecting a lot of my clients. For this one, this rule in particular, entry approval required for all long-term pass holder. So if let's say my client are employment pass, the dependent pass, if they want to come in, right, they have to seek clearance from MOM. So this is whereby a lot of families are separated. Our foreign friends, yeah. So it's actually quite bad. Then on April 7th, the circuit breaker starts. Okay. So then on April 20, okay, so stay home notice for all work permit and S pass holder. So they can't work. Yeah, so construction industry is pretty bad right now. A lot of projects are on hold. So this has been happening for the over a period from January to now. Yeah, so this is what's happening.
So, with all the construction workers having all these lockdown issues, are they actually looking for any alternatives? I mean, any ways? Or we just have to...
Yeah, so what I've heard is that, of course, I did some research on MOM also. Actually, there are a lot of, temporary measurement by the government to actually help, right? So one of it for construction worker in particular is that right now, they can kind of like borrow, workers as long as you hold a work permit, right? Previously, on early March, right, they only allowed the same sectors, manufacturing and service sectors. But right now, it's you can cross different sectors also. Yeah, so this is an interesting thing that government are implementing to actually help people in constructions.
But would that really help? Because from different industry, they will have different skills. So would that really help, or they can only do the basic? I know.
Yes, this is a very good question, Jessie, because we understand that certain skills, right, it's not something that you can pick up in one day, right? Yeah, so it takes time to train. So all these are cost and time consuming. And I think, it works, but not for everything, not for every sectors. Yeah.
I see. Gilbert, do you have any thoughts about this? About having foreign workers to be able to cross industry?
It takes time, like what HJK says. Okay, it takes time for a person to train. Okay, but if let's say you say that simple job. Okay, like cleaning all this. Yeah, I mean anybody can do it lah. Yeah, but the rest like maybe manufacturing or whatever that you need special skill. Okay, you need time to train the person. Or let's say you're handling a machine or whatever, you cannot just put a person down there and then just do it. You will actually create unnecessary accident. Yeah, that might happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But personally, right, I think SQ has done a really good job. Yeah, because in particularly like SQ, previously when SARS happened, right, what SQ did is really lay off crew. And then right now they take a very different approach this time around because they understand that there will sure be recovery. For SQ, they estimated is 6 to 12 months later. 6 to 12 months later, yeah, that's right. If let's say the crew that you already lay off, right, are you trying to recruit them back again? It's pretty hard, right? So what they did do differently this time is that they actually allowed them to take no pay leave, and during this no pay leave, right, you can actually work for another job. They even put a portal on their crew portal, okay, that this is the job opening that you guys can actually work. Yeah, at the same time enjoy the benefits.
Wow, that's
Excellent,
very
right?
good. Yes, excellent. That's excellent service for their own employees. Very
Yeah.
good. At least everyone is helping out, and then and no one is being left behind. That's very good. That's very good. Yeah. So
But is it applicable for Gilbert?
Okay, you said, okay, before coming to confinement nanny industry, okay, about SIA, I think they also arrange their staff, to help at the medical side, right?
Yeah.
So this
Care ambassadors.
yeah. So this is something I think is very efficient lah. Okay, because it's not a very needed deep training lah. Okay, but at the same time, I think they are holding their staff, to be around, yeah, or helping the economy, helping the fighting the COVID law. Okay, for this period. Okay, but for confinement nanny side, okay, is pretty clear cut. Okay, because it is not restricted. Okay, permit still can be approved. Okay, for those nanny that is staying currently in Singapore lah. Okay, so they are still working. Okay, from house to house, they will rest for a while. Then they go another house. So it's not an issue. So they are still having jobs. They are continue having jobs. Even some of the confinement nannies say that okay, they are very happy that they are here. Why? Because their husband in Malaysia lost a job. Their children also lost their job. So there are no income. Okay, for their family. So they are really stuck. So those nannies that are here, okay, they are still getting paid. Okay, then we help them to actually make a transfer payment to Malaysia side. Okay, so at least they still have a job, that they are still have income to survive. So this is the I think it is a blessing for the industry under confinement nanny law. Yeah, for as now. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, but with all your this Gilbert, maybe I ask you because all your confinement nannies are all from Malaysia.
Yes, right? Correct. Yes.
Yeah, so with all this, I mean, how are you coping with this? I'm definitely sure there's some sort of manpower shortages.
Yeah, definitely.
Of the travel restriction and stuff like that. So how do you cope with it?
Definitely. Okay, first of all, of course, on the 18th when it was announced by Malaysian government side, okay, we have a strong team. Okay, so what happened is we straight activate a lot of nannies to come into Singapore straight. Okay, so we arrange some hostel, even our some of the staff home, to get them come in first. Okay, so they are not starting work yet. Okay, but they come in first. Okay, so this one helps a lot in handling, managing the to reduce the disruption of the company. Yeah. So, but for now we are facing challenges. Why? Okay, some of the nannies after working 2 months, 3 months, they feel tired. So some of them want to go back. Okay, so we are having this issue lah. Okay, so some of the customer we actually usually customer they book 28 days services. Okay, 28 days. So we talk to some of the customer to release them like 1 day, 2 day, or even 3 days earlier than the ending date. Okay, so that another customer will have a nanny to come on time lah. So this is the measurement that we are doing right now. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
So, Kay, could you share with us what are the temporary measures so far given by the government?
Actually, the government have been helping a lot. In fact, right, if you go up to MOM website, you can find all the COVID-19 program and supports that is offered to different company in different industry. The first one, for company who have a foreign worker, right now, there's 3-month extension of levy payment timeline. So you can, for SME in particular, so you can actually pay up to, you can pay 5 months later. Yeah, so this is one of the temporary measure, and up to 90 days of levy waiver, okay, on foreign worker on overseas leave. Yeah, so this, of course, I think it's not applicable for every company, but some company, right, can definitely benefit from this. And like I previously mentioned, for construction, manufacturing, and service industry in particular, right now they allowed, transferring, okay, as long as you seek the approval from your employer, from your first employer, okay, and then they allow people to actually work second job as well, as long as you have approval from the first employer. So this is how the government are actually, coping and helping the business, which, facing this labor crunch issue.
So question, when they're able to work on a second job, so how is the levy being paid? Is it being shared or what? How is this being paid?
Wow, this is going to be very complicated, but in Singapore, right, one best thing is everything, right, you can find on MOM website. There's so many calculator. Example, some people coming back, right, they have no idea 14 days start from where. Is it the day I touch down, the next day? There is even this stay home notice calculator that you can find on MOM website. So please, a business owner, go and leverage on all these instrument given by the company, given by the government.
The MOM website is what? www.mom.gov.sg.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. I know you can Google, but let's spell it out here for everyone. All right. So, any other measures? Are those the measures only, or there's more, or grants or whatsoever?
Okay, so of
and
course,
even the traveling. I mean, I understand you can actually appeal for travel. Is that right?
Okay, so for my target audience, okay, my clients are mostly white collars. Okay, so what happened is that right now, right, for them to come in here, even you get an approval for them to come in here, you actually need to seek clearance from MOM. Yeah, in order for them to enter Singapore. So what happened is that there are a few changes that MOM is implementing right now. Automatically, the in-principle approval is extended because they actually discourage people to come in. Yeah, so I would say really the government measure, right, there are a lot of limitations, even for the foreign domestic workers also. If let's say your foreign domestic worker are on 14 days stay home notice, right, you actually can claim $60 per day. So this is government measure, right? But it's only applicable when the employer are local. Yeah, that's right. So if the employer are not local, then you're not eligible to all this support. So, there are a lot of restrictions.
I see. So is there like a checklist for anyone, checklist like this needs to be done, this needs to be checked before you can go for your approval and stuff like that? Are all these also available on the MOM website?
Yes, you're right. All these are available. So you really need to go see what is applicable for you, what is not.
I see. So, Mr. Gilbert, may I also get your opinion on this? Because Miss Kay has been sharing of all these temporary measures. Is it working for you?
Okay,
are all these measures working for you?
Okay, for confinement nanny, the work permit, the company will apply on behalf. Okay, once you apply it, okay, but the payment, okay, will be done by the customer itself, by the parents who actually employ. So basically, they are the employer, you know. Okay, but unfortunately, they are not waived lah. You know, the levy they still need to pay for the confinement nanny. But of course, it's not so high. Okay, the levy is one time off. Usually they employ like 28 days. Okay, so for Singaporean, they are paying about $60 plus minus for 28 days. For foreigner or PR, they are paying about 260 plus minus for 28 days. So it's not a very big amount. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're talking about the coming in of the foreign worker. Yeah, of course, we also did. Because it is mentioned that, okay, MOM discouraged, for any confinement nanny to come into Singapore. Okay, but they say that, okay, the approval will be very difficult to approve. Okay, fair enough, but for us, we still want to try lah, So what we did is we try one time, two times, then we notice it's still not approved, for the nanny to come in. Okay, so after that we stopped trying now. Yeah. So basically, I think, okay, we face challenges because of that. But if you see from a bigger picture lah, okay, from bigger picture, okay, it is quite a wise thing, okay, because you are actually restricting the import, okay, because you never know the people that is coming into Singapore. That time there's a period of time, there's a lot of imported cases also of Singaporean for Singapore side that they come in. So it is a good measure, okay, to protect in the terms of safety of the country lah. Okay, that's what I can say. Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree with that. There's always a two sides of the coin. It
Yeah.
just depends where you are looking at it. For this, we do understand what government is doing for us, lah. So perhaps we can come into in about probably a week plus, and for Malaysia it's about 2 more weeks, right? We are coming to the end of this entire circuit breaker or the MMCO. What advice or do you have for organizations at the end of this whole, I would say the post recovery process for companies, for organizations? Maybe Kate, you can share your
Oh,
opinions.
okay. Good. I think that right now, right, government is implementing different phases slowly opening. Yeah, that's right. So I think that it's very important. I have something that my own company is implementing right now. A lot of people think that digital transformation. Oh, I'm implementing digital transformation. I can meet clients through Zoom. That is not this is just one small part of digital transformation. So a lot of people have this misconception. I think it's very important is first to change here, to change the entire mindset on how I can reach out to more people, okay, through online. Now you have to bring your business online, okay? Then when you change your mindset, then ideas will come in. Like example, the first thing I can think of is maximizing technology. Okay, so previously because of cost issues, so a lot of companies are not leveraging on technology. But right now, right, it's a tough situation that it forced them to actually, have to invest in how I can transform my business. Yeah, there are many companies already implementing it. Example like Sake Sushi, right? So it's all order very very conveniently instead of people taking order. So this is one of the things that you can implement, right? And one more is
So with this, I mean, what you mentioned, right, Mr. Gilbert, do you actually do the same thing, like what Kate mentioned?
Okay, for us, there's not much difference because all the while we have been doing online. Okay, even our sales consultant, they can close sales without meeting customers, right? Yeah, so we can actually send the contract online, and then they can sign online, and then send back. We get all the details. Then apply work permit. Everything is online. Okay, so we are quite prepared when this hit. Yeah, so this is the advantage. Okay, but of course, if you are looking more on traditional business, okay, like the day I went to packet something, from the hawker center. So I asked the guy, selling chicken rice. I said, how do you do delivery? He said, no, I don't do delivery. So I said, oh, you don't connect to any delivery? He said, no. He said, how's the business is very bad? Okay, so these are times for local like food industry, all those to start thinking, that this might hit again in the future. Okay, they need to start preparing themselves to connect with Foodpanda, Grab Food, that kind of stuff. Or else when it hits, their sales hit very hard, and then their livelihood will be affected. Okay, yeah.
I see.
And,
Yes,
and,
thank you.
and one more suggestion is, of course, improve processes through technology also. And actually, so what my company have been doing is that for our client, right, once the client come on board with us, we have like an internal portal for them to log in, whereby they can fill up all the questionnaire, so we can directly help them to apply their application very conveniently for PR and citizenship. So this is also a small part of it. What we need to think is that in everything from the first client come on board to when you're handling client to even after the case end, and is there any follow-up emails to keep in touch with the client. So all these must become in a package, and not just conducting Zoom consultation. It's just one small part of it. Yeah. That's
You
right.
have the entire. You must do from the beginning to the end, so that because a lot of us probably, I mean, who are not Singaporeans yet, they probably looking for ways to see. Oh, I don't know what forms to fill up. I don't know what are the rules or the regulations or the checklist or the check. All these checks. You really need to know more, and in that, and you need really someone to go through with you step by step to make it, successful applications for themselves, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, yes.
But I think I'd like to add something. Okay, for accommodation part. Okay, I think companies can learn from this experience. Okay, what happened is some of the companies can be more prepared. Okay, in the sense that, okay, especially workers from Malaysia coming over to Singapore, those who are staying in JP. Okay, so if this thing happen again in the future, okay, then we must be fast enough to go into the go to make sure that the accommodation is provided fast, because at the end of the day we actually saw that government is very supportive in the accommodation for the first period so we actually get the hotel first for them to stay, regardless whatever, let them come in first, then after that slowly you secure with like other house owner for condo or for HDB for longer term stay. That's where your worker will be still around, okay, in Singapore, and your operation wise will not be so affected. Okay, so this is what I can foresee for the future coming, for companies.
Okay, maybe again also, what kind of other problems or many issues, the common issues that all these foreigners are facing when they are doing all these applications?
Okay, yeah. Do you mean that when they apply for PR? Because actually, the immigration people will specialize in doing handling Singapore permanent residency and citizenship applications. I think right now one of the problem is that they're feeling very uncertain about their future in Singapore, because as everyone know, right now government are giving like job support scheme, and for local employees only, right? You can claim up to 75% if, let's say, you are in industry that hit the hardest during this COVID-19. So when a company is not performing well, okay, when all this COVID-19 happens, so they will first let go all the foreign workers, which is my client is facing right now. So this is one problem that they have. Should I file the applications? But I'm not even sure whether how long I can stay in the company. So it's actually quite frustrating. They don't feel secure. They don't have job security when they are just holding on to a work pass in Singapore. Yeah, so it can be quite frustrating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a friend who is a foreigner, okay, who have kids, okay, and they lost their job, I mean, not they lost the job, for time being they got no pay at all, and then they take care of their children, okay, then they need to pay rental for their place to stay, okay, then they need to pay for their children fee, okay, their children fee is primary school is like about 1,200, if I remember correctly. So this is ongoing, it's ongoing, okay, but they do not have any income, Okay, so they're not sure when they able to start work. So this foreign worker is very poor thing. Very poor thing. There's no support for them at all. Okay. I think the only thing that they probably they get waived off is their levy. Other than that, there's no support. Okay. We think it as a bigger picture. Okay. All these foreign workers, okay, are here to actually help support the Singapore economy to bring up. So during this period of time, I mean, as a person, okay, you imagine you come all the way from another country to support, okay, do whatever thing to support Singapore economy. But when things hit, only the local will be taken care, but they are less stranded. Okay, I give you an example. Okay, a Singaporean who owns a HDB house, not so bad. At least they don't need to pay rental. But for them, they may have to pay a rental of HDB of their home, maybe 2,000. Let's say another two children, okay, 1,002. Okay, 1,002, 2,004 will be 4,004. We are not talking about other living expenses yet. Every month, 4,004 they have to give without a single pay. So I don't know how long can they last this one, or how much savings they have. Okay, so it's something that I think is not properly looked at or missed out. That they are actually struggling right now. Okay, because they can't happen to know is because I have friend who actually shared to me, or else I wouldn't know all these details. Yeah.
But I suppose there should be some sort of negotiation between, landlords and stuff like that. I know that they can defray some sort of rentals or just pay partial for now until they get a job or something like that, when the cash flow is better. So I do know cases like that as well. And it has been working for them pretty well. I hope that will work out for your friend as well. Yeah.
They are not. They are not getting.
I mean, at this point of time, everybody is facing the difficulties of cash flow. I mean, everyone. Okay, so I think we just have to help one another and see how we can, do things that can benefit one another as well, lah. It should be a win-win situation eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, no point kicking it out. Also, use your house also cannot rent out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that's happening right now, and there are also, I think I remember someone also offering housing accommodations, free accommodations. I did saw some good soul doing that as well.
Richard is here. Richard is the one who is actually offering accommodation also to some Malaysian workers. So as I'm a Singapore PR, but I consider myself quite localized also. So I would say I'm a local. So as local, right, I think we need to really, share and actually share the love out to all our foreign workers who have contributed a lot to Singapore economies. Yeah.
Yes, totally agree with that. Yes. So we would also like to do a bit of wrap up, So maybe we start with Gilbert. How perhaps you have some advice for our audience to take away.
Okay, I would say that not only workers are affected. Okay, bosses of the company are also affected very badly. Okay, I think very important. We need to keep innovating and learn from this experience. Okay, this sudden affect everyone. Okay, how do we actually innovate our business? Okay, or how do we actually diversify our business also? Okay, not to only depending on traditional business, brick and mortar. Then remain positive. Okay, by surround yourself with certain education that is very positive. Okay, mindset. Okay, so that you stay strong. Okay, going through this period, and never give up. You have to keep fighting. I think life as an entrepreneur is about this. Okay, life will hit you with a lot of things. Life will hit you with a lot of things, and most important is how do we actually respond to it. Okay, and become stronger, and not letting it to put us down. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Gilbert. And
thank you,
Ms. K. Yes, I saw Richard. I saw Jess.
Yeah.
Richard.
Okay, so I think that like what Gilbert said, right? I think the problem is here to stay. That the economy. One thing we need to realize is that it is not something that after circuit breaker 2nd June everything go back to normal. No, so if you have this mindset, you are in deep trouble. Yeah, you have to understand that this is a problem to stay, and this labor crunch issue, right, will be a problem for many businesses. Okay, so we have to really find way to help empower employees, and then they can actually keep a lookout for new technology, and we have to stay open to implement changes. And very important, also leverage on all the support by the government. Okay, so the changes including like improving work processes, so that the business can eventually overcome this labor crunch problem. I think everyone need to work hand in hand. The employee have to be have to have the empathy for the bosses, also knowing what's happening, and the boss also need to know, like, okay, what is happening to my employee right now. I think everyone just need to show care and love for each other. That's very important.
Yes, that's very important. Love is very important here. And also that day I had with Mr. Jack, he was sharing health is also very important. Health is wealth. That's what he shared as
Yeah.
well. So with that, I would also like to thank all the audiences who are here. And if you have any questions, okay, any questions, you can hashtag labor crunch to 65 Singapore 90969066. Okay, hashtag labor crunch to 90969066. All right. So with that, I would like to thank Mr. Gilbert and also Miss Kay for being with us at
Thank
this
you.
session. Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So that would be all. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye bye.